the men on the bus.
Don't do that to us right now.
I'm just saying it's a difference, right?
Oh, okay. You on that side?
No, I'm not on that side.
We see what he on. He on that side.
Don't get on the side.
Yeah, don't do that.
We're gonna be here all
You
night.
know what I'm saying? Communication is
All right, D.
I see what you want.
D.
Yeah. Hey, look, hey, that Taylor Port got him going crazy.
All right, what men really want?
Okay, so I'm gonna just speak for myself, man. All right, we gonna skip past the basics to looks and the cash and all that kind of stuff. Somebody you got to deal with every day at home. So somebody that I'm looking for is a partner. Somebody that's a friend. You know what I'm saying? Somebody I can kick it with, like I can kick it with my brother. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for. So meaning like we silly as hell. You know what I'm saying? You know, like it ain't just like we friends first. It ain't just a relationship. It's not just a marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like you want somebody you can actually enjoy your time with. That's the whole purpose of dating. So y'all can enjoy each other. You know what I'm saying? I got to come home to you every day. So my house is supposed to be my peace. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I'm coming home to my friend. Like I'm trying to leave work with my partners to go home with my other friend, which is my wife. You know what I'm saying? So I want somebody who's you know what I'm saying, that can match that type of energy. If you can see what I'm saying. So like I said, we kicking it all the time. You know what I'm saying? You know, if we gonna drink, we gonna drink. You know what I'm saying? If we gonna go to church, we gonna go to church. You know what I'm saying? Or we finna go, you know what I'm saying, go to the club, we gonna go to the club. But somebody that we can actually, that can match the same energy. Financial wise, as far as everything, you know, you gotta have the drive. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I left a couple people alone in the past because they ain't had no drive. It ain't about your looks, it ain't about your ass. You know what I'm saying? That drive is what's gonna make us who we are in the end. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking about longevity. So somebody I can build longevity with. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would say as far as a man. Now, granted, like I said, the looks and all that stuff, that should be cool too. But like going past all of that, you gotta think. By the time we get up in the age, the looks ain't gonna matter. You know what I'm saying? Once we get up there, that shit ain't gonna matter no more.
So you're not putting looks at the top?
No, I'm not. No. I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? Looks. I'm not saying that. Listen, looks do matter.
Where you putting me?
Looks is like second to me. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll take second.
Yeah, second. It's up there. It ain't.
You're not finna put it at the bottom.
No.
You're not finna wake up to the chick with the best drive and it's all the way at the bottom. Yeah. You ugly as hell, girl, but you determined.
That's why I say that's why I skip past all of that because we already know that matters. You know what I'm saying? That's why I skip past looks and everything. You know what I'm saying?
I just had to see where you was at.
Oh yeah,
I'm with you for your heart. Get
that hell nah, you gotta look good too. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like eventually, you know what I'm saying? You know, you look at this person every day. They probably not gonna look the same to you no more. You ain't gonna have that same look. You know what I'm saying? Like you fine as hell when I first meet you, but I still want you to be fine as hell later on. But realistically, you ain't gonna be fine every day waking up. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that changes as we get older. Too.
Yeah,
that's definitely gonna change.
That's
as
my
we get
problem
older.
now. No, dead ass. I like. So looks is up there.
Yeah,
and all the other stuff can trump it. But me personally, I do have a problem. Like if I met you at 225 and I made it up to 280 and you say, oh, you changed on me, I'm going to accept that. And the same thing with her. If you change on me that much, you can't say, oh, I'm going to look past that because I just really love her. No, you changed.
I do agree with you on part of that, bro. Because women... I mean, a couple as a whole got to understand sometimes some of the things that you did to get that person, you got to be consistent at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because a lot of women, like when they lose a man, they'll want to get in shape for the next man when you could have just kept in shape.
And they get that happy weight.
You know what I'm saying? That happy, they say happy weight, but
well, you need to get sad again.
Yeah.
I've seen yeah.
But I do agree. I see what you're talking about. Some of the shit you do gotta be consistent on.
I've seen this thing. It's a manipulation. Well, I don't know if I want to call it a manipulation tactic, but it's a thing that people do called love bombing. Y'all ever heard of that before?
Yeah.
Love what?
Love bombing. So love bombing is like, okay, let's say you dating, you meet somebody, and then you like, boom, you do all the stuff that they want. You just do everything right. You know what I'm saying? But like realistically, what happens is a bomb is like, boom. And then it just implodes into all the way nothing. So you start off doing all these things. You get the person, you make them fall in love, blah, blah, blah. And then over time, it kind of drifts off into to what you like comfortable with doing.
Okay, so
AKA
is that person
honeymoon
really,
phase.
that person that you're being or portraying, is that really you?
No, that's why it's manipulative. I like
When a person is love bombing, and from what I heard, it sometimes is intentional, sometimes it's not intentional. Sometimes people just trying to impress you, they just want to show you things, they want to give you everything. Sometimes people are doing that because they know if I do this and I impress you, I can get inside them drawers faster. So that's that's something that this is another tactic that you can put under your belt. You're the bad guy on the podcast today.
I'm gonna have to blur his face.
Yeah.
Damn.
This is what I'm gonna put. This is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say. Men really want,
Panda.
right?
My fault, bro.
Larry.
Hey, you have to explain that. Nah, listen, right? When I first see a woman, I'm looking for the looks. That's what when I first see them, because your looks is what's gonna basically make me want to. Yeah, I'm gonna want to talk to you, or whatever, based off of how you look. So I like to see your body. Like if her ass flat, then I just don't even want to look at her no more. I don't even care about the. I'd be like,
shit.
no, but shit.
Let's go.
Listen, I'm being honest. I want to see. Okay, what you looking like? Da da da. Okay, you got ass. You got ass. I don't care about breasts, but if you got ass, okay, something can work.
Real quick. So ass really matter.
Does ass matter? So
would you throw that out there? Is that a major part of looks?
I get excited. I get excited when they got ass, but
That's part of
I get excited, but it doesn't mean that that's the end all be all. But like if I'm looking at somebody, I don't know who they are, I'm completely new, and they got ass, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm excited. That determines whether I'm fit to try to talk to this person or pursue them or not. What you doing? No. Yeah. So. And then if it's flat, then I get depressed, and then I just kind of like.
No, yo.
I'm serious. I get depressed. I'm like, damn.
As a personal trainer, I can feel you.
I get damn.
Look at everything.
But you can build that
as far
though.
as the body,
Superman.
He can build that ass.
I can.
Train 300 has built a lot of ass.
I can. So like, if it's potential there, but it's just let's say the muscles might be. I'd be like, okay, we can work with that, but it's got to be something workable. I know realistically how people's bodies are shaped and everything like that. So I'm gonna go off the looks. Now the second thing is vibe, right?
Go ahead.
Vibe. Like I gotta be able to vibe with a woman. I gotta feel cool around her. I gotta be able to talk. I gotta feel like, oh, this person is somebody I can open up to, because like if she doesn't have the right vibe with me, I won't be sexually attracted to her. So you can look good, but if you got a sucky attitude, the vibe ain't right. It's limp even if I tried.
Wait.
Object.
Time out.
This is me. You talk about you. This is me. If I can't vibe with a woman, if I can't it don't matter. Every person I talk to, it's gotta be a potential. Otherwise, I just can't even get into
I
it.
salute you for that, because that's not every nigga.
It's not.
No, that's not
It's
every
not.
nigga at all.
I gotta be like, even if it's like short, but it's gotta still be something there. I don't really care about finances. I want somebody who are aware of finances. So I don't want somebody that's just like spending recklessly, doing things reckless, try to look at this or live up to a standard that they can't maintain. Clothes. I like somebody, who can dress, decent and stuff like that. I'm not really into fashion like that, but I like to be able to look at my woman and be like, oh yeah, you look nice.
Can't
You know
be
what I'm
dusty.
saying? Yeah, you don't want you to be dusty. You gotta have good hygiene and stuff like that. But that's my perspective of what men really want. Yeah. This pandering?
You pandered when you said you ain't.
No, this is the truth.
No, I'm not mad.
All right. So what you want?
No,
Did you say what you want
Quick
already?
question: Are y'all speaking personal preference, or are you speaking if you were the spokesman for most men?
I did.
That's my personal preference.
I
But
definitely did
for
personal.
most men, if I was to categorize it and just like showing it down, we want somebody that look pretty. We want somebody that's good with communication, that we can talk to, that we feel good with, and somebody that's gonna handle duties. Because at the end of the day, we're gonna expect for you to do certain things like responsible. But duties though is like, if I come home, I want you to do this, this, and this, or you're gonna get this, this, and this done. You know what I'm saying? If I ask you to, or if I need you to do something for me, like how well of a partner are you? That's gonna determine how well of a partner you are. Is basically how can you handle responsibilities if I give them to you. You know what I'm saying? So and then.
Reliable.
Yes, and then that's also going to be the responsibility of children and stuff like that. Men not that well with children. They can be great with children. You
Cancel.
I'm good with kids.
Oh, he got kids.
I love
You know, but like if we,
That's one of mine.
but you know, men, we have the expectation of being the breadwinner. So even if we not, we still trying to work like the breadwinner, and we gonna be at the job all day. So we need to make sure that if we over here working hard, we working our ass off to make sure that we can do what we need to do. Somebody got the kids, and they're gonna make sure that the kids is growing up right. So, but you got anything to add on that, Luca?
No, look.
Ain't trying to get bad.
No. I probably can speak for most men because it don't take too many conversations to separate wifey material and smash material. It don't take too many. So while we having this conversation, it probably take that first conversation with a woman to separate that. And once it's separated, on my end, you can't come back. So everything he said is true. I agree with everything he said.
For a wife.
For a wife. But that first conversation, you can't come back from it. So from a nigga point of view, and like, I'm not looking to that. So I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't know how y'all, when y'all first get on women or anything, any dudes, but the first time when you get on women, your objective is to hit. That's your objective.
No matter how long it takes.
And she got that first conversation to separate. That ain't what I'm on with you, nigga. I'm looking to be a relationship, or that's what I'm on. So you have to, from that moment, you like, everything changes.
It's a different, they just start going in different directions.
There's a different point of view then.
So let me ask you this.
Oh, shit.
You ain't never went further. Say if you hit somebody on the first date, right? You never went further and seen the potential after that? Like, you ain't never seen, like, oh, damn, she actually cool, even though I hit on the first date.
Oh, yeah. I
saying?
do that all the time.
Cause some chicks,
He ain't married though,
some
so.
chicks probably be like,
No, but the chick that I did that with, she cheated on me.
man,
Oh, I'm ready to pie now, nigga. she cheated on me.
So was that a bad decision?
That was your
You wouldn't do that.
That was me trying to, like, she ended up being cool. I hit her the first night. She ended up being cool. I talked to her for hell and she cheated on me.
So okay, so
What's hell?
what?
Me and her still got 5. We got 5 years and up. Go on.
Okay, so it lasts.
Niggas take chicks that cheat on
So
them
how
back.
can you?
Oh, you
So
don't
when
ready
you,
to pie.
so when you put them, when do you put them in that category? That's what I want to know. Like if you hitting them,
So-
if you hitting them on the first date, when do you put them in that category that you saying like you can't? come
I'm
back?
different from most niggas. I've been around the block a couple times, so hitting you the first night don't put you right into she a hoe. I'm super big on how y'all speak on, like, you say you mess with feminine energy. I'm super big on, I'm not judging you because I hit you the first night. I may been that different guy. You may have never gave it up to any guy on the first night, and you decide to give it up to me. And I'm not judging you because of that. Most niggas is like, I hit her the first night. I'm totally different. She decided to throw it to me the first night, and I'm not judging her, saying she probably do this with every nigga. So I don't judge. I've been around the block because if women wanted to judge me, it's a lot to judge on. So I'm sitting there, I'm not judging women just because they gave it to me the first night, or, oh, she did this to me. Most niggas be on that. I'm grown. Like, no, she did this to me because I'm me. I don't know if that's like a masculine thing. She did this to me because I'm me. She might not have did this to the next man, nobody else. Nigga, I'm me.
We like to have our egos up, like, oh man, like I can do something that nobody else can.
But most men don't be on that.
Yeah, not most. Some men are still like self-conscious enough to where they think like, dang, she probably doing this to everybody. I'm not special. But for like confident men, we think like, shoot, man, like, you know, she only did it for me. You know what I'm saying? You know, big dog, of course she gonna give it up the first night.
I think those thoughts brings insecurity and immaturity.
Yeah.
What?
Those men?
That's a different.
We talking about
That-
the one that only think that she give it up to me?
No.
No,
The other one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's, and then like that, they hang on to that throughout the relationship.
Yep.
So if they feel like that you'll give it up to anybody, then that shows their own insecurity as far as like that. Like we just told you a different perspective that if we get on the first night, we think we the shit. You know, we don't think that you giving it up to everybody, but for some people, if they've been like hurt bad enough, they gonna think, man, if she gave it up to me, she'll give it up to anybody. So, you know, whether that's true or not, that varies. But so as far as that, the women been real quiet over there. I know y'all got stuff to say. Y'all just being so patient. These different type of women right
I
here.
know I've been real quiet.
These different type of women right here.
Then now since I got deeper into the conversation, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, now I get the flow of how everything's going.
So how off do you feel like you were about what you thought men want versus what we said we wanted?
I'm gonna say I was way off as far as looking short term and long term. So looking more long term, then I completely understand everything that you're saying that you want, because you do want to come home to peace. You do want to come home to stability. You do want to come home to a home. So I understand that all.
Yeah, a partner. You know, somebody that, you know, we can like, at the end of the day, a marriage is something similar to a business. It's not only a business, but it's similar to it. We have to work together. We got to make sure that the finances are taken care of. We got to figure out ways to get over hurdles together. So you got to have like logistics. You have to think logically. What about you? What do you think? How far off do you feel like you were versus what we said? That's
Excuse me, I'm sorry, I was over here choking. Wrong pipe, but I don't think we are off. I don't think y'all were off. And I didn't hear what
no,
she
you.
said.
You. How far do you think
I
you
don't
were
think
off?
I was off.
Okay.
With just the brief explanation that I did give, I think that I understand that we kind of on the same page. But it's so much deeper to me. Like I said,
It is deep.
Y'all both, none of y'all could kind of help but to go into personal preference. Also, you went into general speaking, and then you speaking on how you are, and then what you discussing first. What's your name? Luca was speaking about how the first conversation he separates. We going left or we going right? Wifey, you got another date. You in another date to basically help me decide whether I want to take you serious or whether I just want to smash. First conversation is what you discussed. Then you went on to speak on the one whom you did do it to. You're still in the 5-year and going
Situation.
Entanglement.
Situation.
Entanglement.
Situation.
Entanglement.
So I'm saying all that to say, I'm sorry, y'all, that what you want and what you need is so critical to decipher. One, because going after what he wanted has caused him to be in a situation
Of being single.
that's giving him what he don't need, and vice versa. So he's saying he's trying to speak generally, like men take women back. No, men who don't know what they need take women back.
I don't know.
And when you don't know what you need, you don't know the difference, then you can't even speak on separating a wife. You can't. There's no disrespect. I'm talking overall wifey. Because you, as a wife, we really are there to give you what you need. We created to give you what you need.
So you basically saying what I'm getting from this: if a man separates from a woman and he goes back to him, he didn't do the right thing.
If he separates from a woman,
Yeah, and then goes back to her, he didn't do the right thing.
what do you mean by separate?
So you
Like
said-
if she cheated on him and he took her back, is what you're saying?
Yeah, because you said something about what was that comment that she
Said a
did?
man don't know what he needs if he don't take her back.
Yeah,
man-
not necessarily if he's gonna take her back. He's just willing. It's safe because I can relate to her. Me and her are damaged together. We're just alike. Neither one of us know what we want. We
So
outside.
if he take her back for damage causes, then he don't. That's not the right reason. He ain't doing it right.
It ain't that he ain't doing it right. It's not a right or wrong. It's just it is. It's so. This is who we are. We are each other's mirror. You know what I mean? You rarely gonna see an extremely clean mirror in an abandoned building. It's gonna be dust on it.
Yeah.
You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You gonna be and present yourself for where you are. He's comfortable with her because that's how he present. That's who he really is.
Yeah.
They're
He's like her. They
low
damaged together, and it's
vibrationally.
not a bad or good thing, but it's important. That's why I say whatever relationship you are in, right, wrong, and different. People argue all day. I never sleep on the first date. It ain't about that. What you will do and who you are, you kind of attract, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. And he just happens to love himself. She loves herself. So we relate. Shit, we ain't lonely without effed up toxic. People say we ain't lonely, we toxic. But I love you, girl. But take that time, learn from each other and grow, because you don't want to stay stagnant in it. You don't want to go back and forth to where you like, shit, like me, I smash. I know how to love bomb. That's what I do. You don't want to do that. because who you really are, who you created to be, you missing out. Your days is numbered.
Yeah.
Just to get a little, preachy.
Love bombing is definitely good for smashing.
And that's it.
That's
Because who
smashing.
smashes stuff that's good? You know what I mean? I don't smash my car. Like, men get mad when you smash their car. You smash anything. So I don't even, why would you want that? But if that's what you want, that's what you are. At least he's honest. So I respect him being
all right.
honest.
Lugo got something to say.
I'm here to pod.
You smash stuff that's good.
Huh? No, because now we're the pod. All right. So, let me start it off. What do you want from a man?
What I want is a man that knows what he needs. Basically, it's such a difference in what you want and what you need. Once you know what you need, the focus factor that y'all have is far beyond what a woman can do. Once y'all know what y'all need, it's tunnel vision. You are so focused that you don't play about that. So when you know what you need and you see it in me, because it's he who finds a wife, there's nothing I could do right or wrong that's going to change your mind from coming for me, which makes me better. Because you see something in me that I could give to you, I could speak to you. And my brokenness too, because we both broken. But once you figure out what I need as a man, I need somebody that's going to not let me be fucked up like this. I need somebody that's going to not let me cheat on her. Once you know what you need, you change. So I need that. I need a man to know what he needs, because as a woman, I don't know what I need. I know what I want. So that's the difference. What I want is protection. I need you to protect me from myself. I need you to protect me from the world. I'm not as strong as you. I need you to protect our children that's coming into the world. So it's deeper than that. It's way deeper than that. And once we figure out, we stop fighting about wants and needs. And I got to tell you, you can't keep doing that. I can't stay here for you to be ruining yourself, because you're ruining me too. I think it's okay now to go cheat and smash another dude because you are who you are. We smashed on the first date. I figured you should have known I was like this. You liked it. What's wrong with it? So now we both sitting here damaged, but enjoying what? What are we building? Besides a toxic foundation. And that is what I would want to say to you because one day she could come to that conclusion. But it's so necessary for you to do it first. You got to do it first, or else you're going to stay in that.
At what point did you learn what you needed?
Reading the word.
And do you feel like you still know? Do you feel like you still know what you need as of right now, or are you still searching for some of the things that you need?
I'm never searching. I think I'm preparing. Like, I'm always just being okay with being built. You know what I mean?
So it didn't take like a relationship or a past situation for you to learn what you needed?
Yeah, absolutely. Because every day matters. Every experience matters. I'm being built. I'm learning more and more and more. Not only that, okay, I need this too, or I'm changing my needs. And it's not that. It is like putting a stamp on it. You was right. Because you'll talk to a woman that's been in a relationship after relationship. She learned the same thing from the first one. I shouldn't have did that. We just go against our instincts. We'll go against our instincts. We'll go against what our beliefs are, our heart, because that's how much we need you to be the one who don't hurt us again. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a difference. So each experience and each relationship, all it does is put an exclamation mark on. I knew that's what I needed. I knew that early. You knew that in 19, G. But we'll go to another man because it has come to a certain point where you say, this, like I just told you, this ain't helping me, and this ain't helping him for me to stay here. It ain't. It's not helping us. So now I do go to another experience, but I don't know no woman who wants to leave a good man. I don't know any woman who has left just because it's a nigga I seen on the corner was fire as fuck. We don't do that. We don't think like that. Oh, we'll see a car and all that, but that's not going to make a good woman leave her man. I don't care how broke or dusty he is. It's not going to do that because we want to speak to who we have submitted to. The moment you lay with a man, that's the ultimate submission. Y'all talk about all the submission. The one thing that's wrong is a rape. So if she agrees to lay with you, whether it was the first night or 90 days, she has submitted to you. Are you man enough to recognize that in her and protect her from you, from what you could possibly do?
She cutting up.
Damn.
She cutting the fuck up.
Hey, we need some sound. We need some.
She cutting the fuck up.
much that wine did you have? How much wine you got left?
Gwen it is.
Gwen it is.
Gwen it is. And is.
Oh man.
She messed up my whole train of thought. Like,
Right, you like,
I'm finna go
I'm in
somewhere
this
left.
motherfucker zone.
She said, get out your nigga mindset.
Yeah. No,
Let me call the wife and apologize. Hey, I think I was wrong.
yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, yeah. All right. Let's get back to it, man. So she got y'all definitely changing the mindsets up.
I know what I need now.
And I think that's important. You know, we need more opportunities for men and women to sit together and kind of like talk to each other like this. And I think that's what Kevin Samuels tried to do. He was like, a lot of women think that they know what men want, right? But they don't really know what men want. And then there's another thing, what men actually need that can make a relationship last. So that's something that I didn't put on here, but something that definitely we probably need to talk about, what men and what women need as far as in a relationship or in a marriage when you actually looking for somebody. Do you think that what your expectations are fits your overall population? So do you feel like your expectations is what all women want, or do you think your expectations are different? Yvette?
I think my expectations would be what all women want. Mm-hmm. Everyone wants somebody that's going to be compassionate, that's going to be a protector, that's going to be the family man, that is going to be help be the stability, bring the best out in them. Those maybe a lot of those things they are looking for, they may not know how to look for it, and they may look for it in the wrong way. Mm-hmm. But I think that's generally yes.
Yeah. What about you, D? You feel like you feel like what your thoughts? I don't look. I looked at you, then I was like,
I sound like
what about you?
I wasn't even ready.
What about you, Luco?
like, what just happened?
No. Wait, no, D. I'm just trying to make sure everybody get a little bit of time to talk. Do you feel like do you feel like your expectations represent the population? Do you feel like that's what everybody think, or you think everybody is like thinking something else?
I think a lot of people think different from myself. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. Like my expectations are just, they men standards, not nigga standards. You know what I'm saying? So the difference between that, of course, nigga standards, I mean, nowadays, man, look, hey, I expect her to just throw the ass whenever I need it. You know what I'm saying? Which, I'm saying, don't get me wrong, that can be a man's thing too. But at the same time, men, we look past that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, and that just goes back in everything I said earlier. I ain't got to go back into that. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, I definitely think that wants and needs need to be separated and everything like that. Because, we want you to throw that ass back. But, like, is there something else that's more valuable than throwing that ass back right now? So, like that. So, what about you? Do you think that a lot of people think like you?
I do. I think we all think the same, we just explain it different, or we haven't come to the full understanding of
needs and wants.
Yeah, and who we are, identified completely, like our real strengths and weaknesses. It's kind of get mixed up on what our strengths and weaknesses are, only because sometimes everybody say you got cute eyes, so because you hear it more, you think that's a strength, but knowing who you are is important. So I think that. Like me and my sisters and women, when I talk to at the salon, I talk to a lot of women. We really want the same thing. Mm-hmm. Preferences, different.
Yeah, but overall,
same
those
with
base
y'all,
values.
I think y'all want the same thing.
Yeah,
but it's different.
Yeah,
it looks different.
So let me ask you this: y'all be at the salon talking. Women, no, be thinking they know what they want, but. Or they prepared to get it if it smacked them in the face at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of women, if they got the dude that they wanted at that moment, a lot of women be like, oh, he's too this, he's too nice, he's this. Mm-hmm. And then they want to go with the nigga that dog them out most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they used to. Right. So they go with what they used to rather than, what, like you said, what they want. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying, like, do you really think, like, when do a women really go for the dude they want and not for the futures? You know what I'm saying?
I got a question too that's gonna
The
piggyback
future.
off of that.
Because that's
I answered.
I've been trying to make.
Can I
Future
throw this
my
question
role
in there
model,
with
'cause
that, and then y'all answer the same
people
time?
like
Can
look
you
people like
remember? 'Cause I'm
Luco
trying to
be
remember.
calling me a panda because I'm pandering with. So I'm
might
over
forget,
studying.
but we,
I'm studying the book of Future.
You might well finish all that. We got a whole
Oh, we got some
bottle
more
right
right here.
She drinking water, man. She on the water, man.
She on the
got one
water.
in
She on the water, guy.
I told you, bro.
I got one in here.
Oh, water in there. Okay, thanks.
I think what that is actually comes down to actually knowing yourself, loving yourself. When you continue to know yourself and love yourself, you will continue to elevate, and you may start to recognize mistakes that you are making based off the vibration that you're putting off at that time. With time, you will continue to grow and realize what it is that you really want, what it is that you really need. And sometimes you get the things that you get, the person that you need, but you don't even realize that you needed that person until it's too late and you done mess it up with toxicity.
Yeah. So we finna try to wrap this up a little bit, but have you seen Kevin Samuel things? I know we was talking about it at the gym. Have you seen? Of course you don't. I mean, she.
I can
So,
tell just from the jump, she ain't dealing with him.
sat down and he said the name. She's like,
look, y'all.
She on some bless his heart type.
Hey. All right. So look, I'm a go over. Well, I'm not finna go over nothing. I'm just finna say what I've noticed in these things. So
All right.
he got a lot of women calling. It wasn't a lot of men, but the show was like,
it was though at first.
Yeah.
Like his first like 4 years with me.
and it wasn't. That's not when it like got popular. It got popular when you saw because he was.
Because women can't handle the truth.
Kevin Samuel. I don't know if I've been saying but Kevin Samuel basically is for the men. He was basically for the men.
The next
But as women
episode
started
of
to
Dragon
call,
Ball
he
Z.
wanted to just. What'd you say?
He said women can't. What you
Handle
said
the
again?
truth.
Women can't handle the truth. I
They
said,
wasn't able to handle it, so that's what went viral.
Oh man.
and I said on the next
Men wasn't able to
episode.
handle it. Like, you could tell me I'm broke, I ain't shit. As a man, I know you're right.
Like, you need to get your money up if you want this.
Yeah,
and it
as a
depends
man.
on what you want, too. Like, if you're looking for this type of thing, we had women that came on here that was bus drivers, right? Make a certain amount of money. And they want a man who, they want a high-value man, right? And they believe that they deserve a high-value man, right? You don't got no, he try to tell you what you need to do in order to get what you need to do. So these women, they'll have they'll either be a little bit older, they have kids, they'll work, a standard job, like working for, and it could even be a good job, making $100. Somebody had called, she made $105,000, but it was in New York. So, in New York, everything costs more. So $105,000 and $105,000 in St. Louis. Yeah. So, so she was like, yeah, I want a man that can do this, and I want a man that can do that. You want a high-value man who makes $300,000, $600,000 a year. You want to live this type of lifestyle of not having to work and everything. In order to do that in New York, you got to at least be making. If you want somebody to help you, like cook and clean, that's a maid you got to pay. You want somebody to babysit, a nanny, that's somebody else that you got to pay. You want to live in a certain type of house in a certain type of district, that's more money. It came out to like a lot of these men had to at least make $600,000, and you want to pay what she said. A lot of women said they wanted to pay 20 to 30% of everything, finances for the lifetime, 20 to 30%. Your man, so you're not really paying that much if he's paying majority. And in order for you to have a man who can do that, he has to be making at least $600,000 or more. So it was a lot of women whose expectations were so high. You want a man that's in the top 10%, or sometimes in the 5%, or the 2%, or 1%. But realistically, in order to live here in America, you have to give up a lot of those things. Even men, you have to give up having a housewife if you don't make a certain amount of money, because realistically in this time, you can't off of your income. If you're not making that much, you can't live off of $100,000 a year, or even $150,000 a year, and might not even be $200,000 a year. So you gotta make those sacrifices, men and women in a relationship. That's what he was saying. And you're going to have to go for what you qualify for. You don't qualify for this type of man because, one, you don't look the part. The people who got the money, they want models. They want people who don't have any kids. They want people who are younger than them. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want. This is not us making stuff up. This is like you ask a man, men most likely date women that's younger than them.
It's an opinion.
Is it?
Yes.
How you know that?
Because you just said it. It's no facts.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have a source. But I understand.
Oh, he has sources. Okay, let's look at people.
That's what I yell at the TV all the time. Kevin, state your source. But
Do you have
couldn't
sources
hear
to go against it?
me. Yeah. That it's an opinion.
You have sources go against it.
The source is that it's an opinion. He was stated as if it was a fact.
He also talked about, and we finna wrap this up, but we also,
oh, man, we got.
I know. We also talked.
Wrap it up. We gotta have.
I know.
We gonna finish this when the cameras go off.
It's gonna be a part 2, but he also talked about. So, do you believe also women, right, who make a certain amount of money have less options and tend not to marry? Like, let's go 600,000 and more, and we're gonna use Oprah Winfrey as an example.
That's crazy.
But them women.
You ain't gotta say it. I get what you saying.
All right. So look. So we got these. All right. So we finna go ahead and wrap it up because we ran out of time.
Yeah.
This was a very interesting topic, and this is going to definitely to be continued.
Kevin Samuels didn't know what he needed.
On the next episode.
See, I don't mean that.
On the next episode
I'm in
of
Oprah had one
Dragon
of the
Ball
best
Z.
legacies.
I'm ready to pod with her now.
We gonna pod. Get out of here.
I'm ready to
right.
pod with her because she
All right.
got me messed
Listen.
up.
Okay. So for the people watching, tell me what your opinion is. Make sure you guys leave a comment.
I've been waiting on you to say that.
Make sure you guys leave a comment or a like. Make sure you like and share the page, Cuttin Up. We on Facebook now. We on Instagram. We got the YouTube going. We got the podcast on Apple. Was it Apple or TikTok?
With that one, the same thing.
Apple, Spotify.
Google Podcast.
Look up Cuttin Up, and then if you got anything,
Radio 1.
So next time on the podcast, what will we be discussing? Will we be able to address
You
these
be
two
able
brothers' questions?
if you can come on time,
Kevin Samuels,
if
you
you
gotta
can,
let us speak on Kevin.
if you can come on time, we can talk
love
about all of
Kevin.
that.
R.I.P. Kevin.
All of
So
that.
y'all know, y'all
love
thought I
him
didn't
too.
like Kevin. I loved Kevin.
No, and it wasn't, and it's not about like whether a person is
He
good.
was just misinformed.
You have to understand that everybody has an opinion.
It's my dog.
Everybody has an opinion, and then there was a lot of things. Watch some of his things before you come back here. I want you. You watch a lot? Okay, listen. We gon' so we don't got time. The camera's about to cut off. I just want to let y'all know. Thank y'all for coming here. Make sure y'all like the page. Make sure y'all share it with
Y'all
y'all
better be here
friends.
next time.
Hey, cut her mic off. We ain't-
Kevin, I'm coming for you.
Listen.
Stay late.
Yeah, you can't make it. You can't make a time at the end.
episode of